back your time, your talents, and your treasures. We're going to give it back to the Lord. The Lord has been so good to us. And He loves a cheerful giver. Shall we give it back? Give and it will come back to you. Oh, give and it will come back to you. Oh, give and it will come back to you. Hey, press down, shake it together, and run it over. Hey, give it back to you. Oh, give and it give it back to you. Oh, give and it give it back to you. Hey, you press down, shake it together, and run it over. Hey, we'll give it back to you. Listen. Now when you give, it is the right thing to do. Your light comes shining through. It's so inspiring. When you give to the Lord. It's just so plain to see that God supplies our needs now. It's so divine when you give. So give and it give it back to you. Now why don't you give? And it give it back to you. Yeah, why don't you give? And it give it back to you. Yeah, you press down, shake it together, and run it over. Yeah, we'll give it back to you. Now listen. There was a time when you didn't have much to give. The Lord loved you anyway. Oh yes, He blesses you every day. If you can give to the Lord. Oh, it's just so plain to see that God supplies our needs now. It's so divine when you give. So give and it will give it back to you. Why don't you give? Yeah, why don't you give? You press down, shake it together, and run it over. One more time. One more time. Give and it give it back to you. Oh, give and it give it back to you. Oh, give and it give it back to you. Hey, press down, shake it together, and run it over. Hey, we'll give it back to you.
As we come to pray,